The Mets fucking blow. Welcome back to the 5th episode of the Mets Ship Pod. I'm your host, Mets Ship Hosting, and I got more of my friends here with me to talk about the Mets. We got Bob, the Yankees fan, back.
What's up?
And so the Mets lose a heartbreaker. Again, not even a heartbreaker, just like same old shit in Cleveland. They lose 3-2. The offense doesn't show up. Clay Holmes goes only 5 innings again, and Soto can't hit, and Nimmo looks like just lost at the plate. So Soto with runners on base this season, he's batting 179 and a 647 OPS. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Hey, this is Greg from Piscataway. We're paying this guy almost $1 billion, and he's just, he's not doing his job. He'll hit his solo home run every now and then. Everyone gets loud, and it's a great time in there. But come September, October, it doesn't matter when there's nobody on base. You'll take the solo shots. You'll let the stars do that. If this guy's a star, he's got to play in the clutch moments. And my Yankees friend Bob over there got to see it last year. He performed in the playoffs, and that's what we're expecting out of the guy. That's why we're paying him $1 billion. So this guy's got to figure it out. You know what he needs? He needs to get booed. We're giving him princess treatment right now. We booed Francisco Lindor when he came in and he was playing like garbage. What happened now? I mean, he's still terrible, but he started playing a lot better.
I hate OPS. I think it's a dumb stat, but...
Oh, we'll get back to that one later. So Nimmo and Soto in his last 10 games. Nimmo is batting .205 with 9 hits and 6 RBIs. And Soto in his last 10 games is batting .200 with 8 hits, a home run, and 4 RBIs.
Didn't Nimmo have 5 in one game a couple of days ago?
Yeah, I think so.
That came out. He is Jared. No, not my sweet prince, Jared. No, he's Tyrone Taylor level bad.
Yeah,
Tyrone Taylor did have an RBI today, though.
That is true.
How he had a great call.
That is true. Yeah, so Nimmo's 5 of those 6 RBIs came in one game, I think, against, who was it? The Giants?
It was the Giants.
Yeah, in the Giants game. So since then, just 1 RBI. And Soto, was that the home run in San Fran, I guess? That's the last one he hit, right?
The Oppo fielder.
Yeah, that's his only home run. I mean, granted, it was a game-winning home run, but, it's just not what you want from those two guys. McNeil averaged against lefties .326, so I think it's good to get Jeff McNeil in there against
Jeff.
Even against lefties.
Smashing the lefties.
Jeff McNeil, he might be batting .326, but I bet half those hits are in the fucking first 4 innings, and he doesn't do shit after inning 6. So,
yeah, that is kind of true. I can't disagree with that.
Yeah,
Jeff McNeil put down a great bunt today.
He's so slept on.
Yeah, and what did we lose by?
What? Hey, we did lose by 1, but
don't blame Jeff McNeil.
You need those glue plays.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do that, we lose by 2.
Thank you, Greg.
I'd rather have Beatty in the lineup every day than Jeff McNeil.
I have to really disagree on that.
Yeah, there's no shot.
We're not
Jeff
fucking on the
McNeil
spreadsheets today.
We're not fucking on the Brett Beatty
Heavily
bed
slept
tonight.
on.
I still want to know why Clay Holmes was pulled. I mean, I get his pitch count. He's a fucking reliever and whatnot, but everyone in, they say, we gotta get pitchers to go past the 5th inning. We gotta get people past the 5th inning. There's some crazy stat, 49 of our last starts, the pitcher doesn't go past the 5th inning minus David Peterson. Why are we taking him out? He had 75 pitches. That's good for at least another inning.
We're getting scared by past events, because yesterday, our boy Manaya, that was yesterday?
Yeah.
Manaya goes 5 beautiful, comes in, he can't get through 6. They're getting scared based on past events. They gotta, every day's a new day with these Mets, even though it's same old, same old.
Yeah, it sounds very...
Everyone's rattled.
Yeah, it's hard to say it's a new thing every day when it's the same things every day.
I don't know. I don't like the pull. 73 pitches. We've seen him go close to triple digits a couple times this year.
Yeah.
So, I think you don't pull him. You make him go out in the 6. If he does the 6, we don't have to bring in Rogers to fucking blow the lead.
Yeah.
And then just put out Raley and who closed?
Hesley.
Yeah.
Helsley? Yeah.
Fuck his name is.
Helsley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first time in 50 games that a 2-game or more lead has been held between the Phillies and the Mets, per Howie Rose. They also talked about it in the broadcast. So that's since mid-June that the Phillies or the Mets have had more than a 2-game lead, which is kind of crazy to see how tight it's been all year with these two teams. So, once again, same problem with the Mets. Can't hit, can't pitch. What else is new? I'd really be surprised I don't want you to lose hope yet and say I won't be surprised if they don't make playoffs, but it's kind of getting to that point where I wouldn't be surprised if they miss playoffs at this point.
I so disagree with that. I think they're going to figure it out. They're going to have a players-only meeting sometime within the next week or two.
Hopefully.
And they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna learn from not overusing Holmes tonight. They should have put him out another inning. I think their bullpen pitched well, other than Rogers tonight. But
yeah,
we got to keep them low for the next few games. We play the Braves next week.
Yeah.
So
this team is 13 games over 500, with our biggest injury being Griffin Canning. If they don't make the playoffs, the suicide rate in New York is going to go up.
It's going to skyrocket. And I'll be at the top of that list. All right, so we got a few questions to answer, but that ends it for the quick game recap. There's not much that went on. Wasn't a very eventful game or controversial game like it was last night. So that's where we're going to end it, and we're going to jump into some questions. So, having Bob the Yankees fan here again, we got some kind of more baseball and Yankee questions. So, without further ado, the first question we have is, based on the age of Judge and his injury history, who do you think will finish with more career home runs as a non-DH position player, Judge or Alonso? Meaning that whatever home runs they hit as a full-time DH don't count towards this. They have to be playing a field position. We'll let Bob go first.
I think, honestly, if I'm going to answer purely honestly and not being biased, I'm going to have to say Alonso. I would love to say Judge, but he's only 100 ahead of him, and Judge is going to be a DH very soon. And Alonso, he could play first his whole career. He might never be a DH, honestly. So it would just be unrealistic to say Judge in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall, Judge will have more home runs by a long shot.
Okay, I can agree with that. I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that Pete can play first base until he's 40.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Carlos Santana today play first
Carlos
base
Santana
at 42. So
yeah.
I can see Pete doing that.
And
I just you look back at what year was that? 20, even last year and the year before. Aaron Judge doesn't have seasons like Pete Alonso had last year and the year before, where they're calling for his head. Aaron Judge is going to hit 40 home runs every year for the foreseeable future. And whether or not that's at DH or left field is up to the Yankees management, so you can't really scope that out there. But I don't see. I mean, it's a tough question with non-DH home runs, but Aaron Judge is just worlds ahead of Pete Alonso right now.
yeah, I think all those are fair points. I mean, I think as a position player, Alonso's going to play first base for the rest of his career, and Aaron Judge shouldn't be DH at this point. But overall, Judge is going to probably hit he might hit 700, honestly, if he keeps his pace up.
I think he definitely could.
I think if he gets another injury, it won't.
Yeah, I think he's got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy for the rest of his career.
And he started so late.
Yeah, early in his career, I know he had bad, ACL one year, and he had not Tommy John, but he had another, maybe an Achilles or something.
He's also a giant human being.
Yeah, so
he's had a lot of injuries.
How tall is he?
I think he's
6'7", 200. Yeah, when he's 280 pounds, bro. He's built like LeBron James.
6'7".
Yo, he's crazy big.
I knew how tall he was. I just wanted to hear someone say 6'7".
Gosh, fucking damn it. All right. I think Aaron Judge, he's just got to stay on the field. I mean, he just hasn't had he's not standing where he's hurt every year, but to achieve 600, 500, even if he hits 700 home runs, which would be ridiculous. He's got to stay on the field. So, the next question we have is, I think it's kind of a hard one to answer because I don't know a lot about the minor league teams, but
just do it off of logo then.
If you could, So if you could switch, if you could have any team's minor league uniforms and logo, who would it be? So the Mets Binghamton is the Rumble Ponies. If you could switch that with the Trash Pandas, I would switch the AAA Syracuse Mets to something stupid.
What's that thing? The Modesto Nuts.
The Modesto Nuts.
Give me the nuts.
I like the Albuquerque Isotopes.
That's fire.
That used to be a Mets single A.
I'm just trying to think of the teams I was drafted to in the show.
The Las Vegas 51s used to be sick. That was the Syracuse Mets before the Syracuse Mets.
Is it the Astros have the the Space Cowboys.
Something
It's the
like that.
Fort Worth Space Cowboys.
Someone has, like-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
That's sick.
Someone has the Trash Pandas.
Trash
Yeah.
bags.
The Modesto
It
nuts.
just doesn't work geographically for us, the trash pandas. I mean, we got plenty of them.
Yeah.
Saw one at the golf course, 2 at the golf course a couple days ago. Aaron McGuire just posted up.
Look at Clay Holmes on that fucking TV. That smug motherfucker.
What
Can't-
does that say?
He should have been in another
61%
inning.
sinker usage.
He should have been in.
Let's
another
talk
inning.
about that.
Clay Holmes.
61%
Bro.
sinker.
Thank God we got rid of him.
He had
Kodak.
a good outing. Can't complain. 5 innings.
Thank
2
God we got
earned
rid of him.
runs.
He's been solid this year.
Yeah.
He wasn't a good closer for the Yankees though.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
he's-
heard Yankee fans telling me that, we tried him as a starter.
I mean, I
Zero
think
career starts on the Yankees.
it's not as bad as fucking Devin Williams, but
You don't
I
want to
won't
take
even get
him.
into that.
P. Alonso broke Devin
He
Williams.
did it! He did it! Let's talk about
All right.
the top 10 moments of your life.
What non-starting position player would you take on this current Mets team? So like a bench player from another team?
Yeah, like I was thinking Iglesias would count towards this.
Yeah.
Um,
Like a sixth man in the NBA.
yeah, I was thinking a backup infielder, backup catcher, a fourth outfielder, someone like that.
Yeah.
I would say Tyrone has started a lot of games for us, but if Cedric Mullin starts establishing himself as the number one starter in center field, I would say he would count towards this. And
Yeah.
how Bader was on the Mets last year, that type of
Yeah. Like the backups.
yeah,
Yeah.
a fourth outfielder, someone that's not
Yeah.
starting every day.
I feel like probably someone on the A's. I feel like the A's have a good young team just to kind of
Good depth, yeah.
yeah. Lawrence Butler starts, but I know the whole outfit was pretty good.
I mean, I know it's biased because he was a Met, but Travis Jankowski is so fast and a great fielder, and there's no way he's gonna bat as bad as Tyrone Taylor. So for a playoff run, he just did it in Texas, and he was a piece. They
He
put him in,
was-
and he would run, and he would field, and he would do his job.
He was just on the Mets a month ago.
Well,
Yeah,
did he get
He
I
got
think
in
he
a few
got
times.
two games he
2
played.
games?
Yeah,
I just
and
remember
then they
we
cut
him for
I
Ronald.
remember
They
he
cut
pulled
him,
him
yeah.
up, and we were going nuts, and then he got DFA'd.
They cut him, but I don't think he's on any other team.
I thought somebody else.
They could
would
definitely pick him back up.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's a good piece. I think he fits a very similar role as what Acuna would be in the playoffs.
Luis, yeah.
So I don't think that is a great. I think he.
Oh well, yeah, we have our pinch runner.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing.
Yeah, I like Jankowski, but I think that they want to give their young guys a
We
shot.
have our pinch runner for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Acuna's faster
It's
than him.
Luis Onion,
Yeah.
It's Billy Hamilton up to these days.
Billy Hamilton, dude.
2020.
When we signed him, I was
Hamilton.
like, he's going to steal 70 bases, and then he stole
2020 Billy
12.
Hamilton is maybe the best Mets player of all time.
It might be. No, what's it get? He always stole Tim LaCastro.
Tim LeCastro.
Yeah.
I actually really thought he could be good on the Mets.
Yeah.
We signed him, and I was very happy. I thought he was going to be good. He had a couple good years in Arizona,
Yeah.
so I thought he was going to come to the Mets, and
He's a stolen base machine.
yep, that's all he did.
Where's Tommy Pham at these days?
I think
By
he's a
punching Brad
pirate.
Peterson.
He's either a pirate or a White Sox.
Good for him. Proud of him.
I believe he's a pirate, though.
I've always been a Tommy Pham.
He was
Tommy Pham fan.
I was a Tommy Pham fan until about a year and a half ago when he started talking shit about the Mets.
Yeah, I think I didn't start to like him as well.
He was the opposite Jesse Winker.
Yeah. All right, then the last question, should there be a salary floor in the MLB? I think, yeah. Floor.
Yeah, so meaning
You have to spend a certain
you
amount
have
of
to spend John Fisher can't get away with not spending any money on his team anymore.
money. Yeah.
The Athletics would crumble as an organization.
I think it would force owners to sell their teams that aren't
That's-
putting product on the
that's
field.
fair. I mean, they're going to Vegas, so they'll get some more.
Yeah.
No, salary floor is a great idea.
Dude, baseball games in Vegas are going to be so rigged. It's going to be ridiculous.
Not insanely rigged.
They're going to have, I don't even know how they're going to rig it, but some way, somehow.
Yeah,
All right.
I think Dana White will probably be doing something there.
At $50,000 on the second pitch of this inning would be a ball.
All right, so I think we'll end it there. We don't have any more questions.
I have more.
Oh, hold on. Incoming. We got one more question.
I have one more question. Should they change the draft system with the top 5 picks? So right now the system is that you can't have a top 3 pick if you had one the year before. So the White Sox this year after having the worst season in baseball. I believe they had the 5th pick. And I think that they should change that system so that it isn't like an NBA lottery or a hockey lottery. I think it should be similar to the NFL system. But then I think that also encourages tanking, which is not great.
Yeah.
But
I think it is dumb that, like, since the White Sox have the worst record, they get not the best pick. Like, I feel like growing up, like, the football, like, the NFL draft was always the one that, like, we watched the most, so I'm used to, like...
that's, like the most famous one. I feel like everybody should do it like that, like all sports.
Like, the worst team getting the best pick and, like, so on and so forth.
There's also, like, the NHL and the NBA and MLB have farm systems.
Yeah, that's another thing I was
I mean,
going
the
to add.
MLB is obviously way deeper, and then the hockey and basketball obviously just have the G League and the AHL. Football has nothing like that, but no, I definitely think that the White Sox they needed that.
Yeah.
I think if you were gonna do that, I think you would. It shouldn't be back-to-back years. It should be it should be if you have the 3rd pick in 1 year and like you can't get 2 top 3 picks in a row, and you have the worst season of all time. Like it should be you can't have the top 3 pick 2 years in a row or something like that.
Yeah, I think
so that like you can build up a system a little bit and get top end talent into your system, but then like you can't just be like stuck there. Like,
Yeah,
you can't just be stuck in a top 3 position, and like you can if you get top 5 3 years in a row, then it should be like a system based off that where you're going to fall more, and then I think that they shouldn't do it if you're like the worst for back-to-back years. Like if you're like they'll have the worst record for 1 year and then they're the worst record next year, then you shouldn't be able to get a top 5 pick because like you can argue that they're tampering or they're just like kind of aiming to go low and still be rewarded. Yeah, and they're not
actively trying.
Yeah,
I like the idea of a lottery because every now and then you got a team like the Islanders who are getting the 1st pick.
Yeah, but I think that's like.
Well,
I think that
like you can't just tank for the top pick.
But that's what I'm saying.
That
it should be more like space. Like the White Sox, I think, are a good example because they were a playoff team 4 years ago. Like they were. There's the graphic that it's like the White Sox have all these guys locked down until 2025, and no one's on the team anymore. But like.
And then ever since Jose Ramirez punched Tim Anderson, it just went downhill.
Yeah, I think trading like aspects like prospects and like all that, like I think that should. If you are a team like the White Sox, you shouldn't be trading to buy midseason when the only player on your team is Luis Roberts, like which they didn't do. But like if a team were to do that, then that's like obviously they're like we're just gonna be bad.
Yeah, and back to the point, like the farm system, like when like. Because, like, the players that they draft, you won't see them for, like, a while. So, like, having, like a pick for being bad 1 year, like, you'll get that pick, like, it'll be kind of, like,
2 or 3 years
irrelevant at that time.
Yeah.
And, like, you'll get that player, like, 3-4 years down the line. And so, like, if there's, like, a really good prospect that, like, you want and you're kind of, bad, like, why wouldn't you tank to try to get that prospect if you know you're going to be, like, number 1 if it goes by order?
I think also baseball should incorporate more of like, I get it because of the massive prospect like farms that they have, but I think they should incorporate more like they should allow teams to trade in the draft.
Yeah,
I think that's
they should too.
Like I don't know if that is even allowed and teams just don't do it, but like I feel like if you're a team that knows that you're gonna like in 2 years you're not gonna be the same like caliber of play like the White Sox, they should be able to trade an asset to get a higher pick that, like...
Yeah. I definitely agree. Like, I don't know why they don't trade draft picks or allowed to trade draft picks because, like, I think you could have got Luis Robert for a high draft pick.
Yeah.
Like, some team would have
even, like,
that.
When Tim Anderson was doing good and they knew that it was going to, like, fizzle out, like, you could have traded him for a pick, like, higher up or moved up your draft position by trading your pick and a player. Like,
yeah. All right. So that's where we're going to end it. I don't think we have any more questions. Hopefully the Mets don't get swept tomorrow, because I'll be at the game, but can't guarantee that. So we just have to hope and pray.
For the safety of Flushing, Queens.
Yeah, for the safety of Queens, for the safety of Long Island and some parts of the city. And Jersey. A lot of people in Jersey.
And
Yonkers.
Shout out Mets Iran.
Shout out Mets Iran. All right. See you guys next episode. Follow at Mets Shitposting. Peace.